Hello folks. Okay, I'm getting a lot of emails in relation to YouTube taking down my last video. Now, what I want to get across is this, because this can help other creators, because YouTube belongs to YouTube. Okay. That said, YouTube can decide what they're having on the platform and what they're not having. It's that simple. I have removed malicious comments or comments that I felt were being just a little bit out of order or being abusive and personal. Now, I can't afford myself that right and then deny it to platforms that don't belong to me that I'm also operating on. Now, if you've followed these videos, you'll remember last year we did a couple with Adam, and he gave us a great little ditty there, and he presented to us the fact that we have our maps and then we have the territory outside. Okay. Now, so the video didn't get to stay. That's fine. But what we have to understand is this. You've two options when things like this happen. And that is, you can stay in your map and have a tantrum. Have a fit, hissy fit, and call everybody names, blah, blah, blah. But then, that's not going to solve or serve you as a creator, is it? It's not. It is not going to serve you. When you're grown up and you think like a grown man, you recognise that the territory is changing. So naturally then, you adapt to the territory rather than trying to enforce your map upon the territory that's changing all around us. It is sad that we're all being edited and censored, but that is the reality. That is the territory that we're in. There's no point going into denial on that basis. So that said, I've took a lesson from there. I need to pay attention and I need to present my work in a better order, basically, so that YouTube are not being put in a position where they're going to run into trouble. Because, YouTube are being censored. So you've got to look at it in this format that all these platforms that are out there are being told what to do from higher up. That is reality. That's the territory that we live in, okay? So it's about adapting to the territory. You've got all these other platforms that you can go on, etc., etc. And to be fair, they're not as good as YouTube. They are not as good as YouTube. YouTube has a huge audience. You know what I'm saying? It's been around a long time. And it by far gives you the most options in relation to the quality of your work, etc., etc. I think the problem I'm having with putting my videos on other platforms is the fact that they're HD. And the other platforms I don't think are servicing HD at this time. I'm still working on old technology. My equipment isn't the newest, and the iMac that I'm on is a great machine, but Apple have forbidden me to update the Mac for the last 4 years. So a lot of the programs that you can download today, I can download them, but the Mac won't open them. So I've tried my little heart out to change the video format and lessen it, but it's not working. So again, dealing with the territory that I'm in, there's nothing I can do in relation to that last video, as important as it is. But I'm taking that on my back, that I just pushed it just a little bit too much. And naturally then, I'm accepting that YouTube have chosen to remove it. And that's fine. It is their platform, and we have to remember this. Because when you fail to remember this, that you're using somebody else's platform for free, you're not paying, it's free, then you've got to start being a bit more accepting and give these people that have got these platforms up for us to use a bit of leeway, that they're under pressure as well. So it's basically all I wanted to put across today, really, that it's no point getting cross, angry and having a hissy fit. Accept the territory and adapt to the territory. And YouTube are going to allow you to continue to use their platform. Now, one way that you can help YouTube in this respect is I put all my videos as not for kids. Okay, and I do that for a reason. Because I know YouTube, if it's open to children, are far more open to getting pressure from the top because children are seeing it. So I'm content that I have 1,800 subscribers that are warriors. They're not viewers. Okay, I want to communicate to minds that are going to take what I offer, if they so choose, and use it. You know, I'm looking to communicate with warriors, not necessarily having 3 million viewers who are going to watch a video and then watch another one and completely forget what they watched in mine. That's what I class as a viewer. You know, so I'm not counting views either. I don't really care how many people are watching it, as long as the people that matter and the people that want what it is I'm offering, because they're going to use it. Them are the people I'm talking to. And if out of those 1,800 viewers subscriptions that I have, if there are 100 of you out there that are implementing what I'm bringing, then 100 people is a lot of people moving in the direction with the knowledge that I'm trying to present. That, for me, is success. So, it's, you know, I'm just trying to say, from my perspective, I'm not issy-fitting. I'm not excited about it. YouTube have deleted it, and they're within the rights to do that. And that is how I approach these situations, you know. And as I said, I'd rather have 1,800 subscribers that are understanding what I'm saying and will implement it one way or another, whether it's in the way they talk, whether it's in how they present stuff on their own platforms, etc. That's what communication in this, at this level of knowledge, that's what's important, not just being up there for, you know, 1 million numpties to view, you know. So there we go. That's me in relation to what's just happened with the last video. Don't hate YouTube. I have to get better. I have to present my information in a better manner. It's as simple as that. I mean, I pretty much knew as I was doing it that I was pushing it. Okay? And after this, I have to think, do I want to be putting YouTube in a position where they're going to be getting in trouble? No. What is the point in that? That's just going to cause conflict. And, you know, the channel could die at any time. I mean, I'm pretty sure that at some point in the future, there's going to be minds running YouTube that are going to see me as unfit. And, you know, the channel will probably get killed at some point. But I'm saying to you, in the tags you put in the titles you put on your videos, don't make it difficult for YouTube or the algorithms that are going to pick it up. You know, don't put the buzzwords in your tags and your title that you know the algorithms are looking to pick up. Because in that sense, then, you're actually helping YouTube not getting the attacks that they're getting from higher up. And then it's not panning down to you. So, I would suggest, you know, YouTube is still the best by far. And if you want to keep it in YouTube, then instead of just promoting your map and then forcing it onto YouTube, get out your map, look at the territory, and adapt. Adapt to the territory and change your map. See, this is how we're going to get where we're going to win this game in the long run. I don't mean necessarily in my time, but as long as we can keep the correct information, the correct knowledge available in the future for the younger generations, because it's the younger generations that are going to really have problems. If this system continues to grow, you've got to consider what you're leaving your offspring. You know? You really have to start considering that what you don't do today, your children are going to have to suffer or do in the future. And as hard as it is today, it's going to be a hell of a lot more difficult for them. You know? So, you know, don't lose heart. Don't get upset. Don't get cross. I have to change the way I present myself if I wish to remain on YouTube. And with that, I'd say, till the next time.